meeting of the Public Safety Committee. We have two agenda items for our meeting today. The first item, we will hear from Chief Davis on the update of his 100-day plan. And following that, public safety staffing, covering the areas of police, fire and rescue, 911 center, and sheriff's office. So let me welcome Chief Kevin Davis.
Thank you for the opportunity. I realize the board has been here all day, and I will be brief as I get through the 100-day plan updates, where we are with crime. This is a snapshot on where we are with crime in Fairfax County. A lot of conversation, necessarily so, always so, about crime in the community. And I'll start by saying this year, compared to where we were last October, we have 3,614 fewer overall crime victims in Fairfax County. 3,614 fewer crime victims. So what's down? Robberies, burglaries, auto theft, assault and domestic assault, bias incidents, fatal crashes, fatal pedestrian crashes are down, fatal overdoses are slightly down. What's up? Homicides, non-fatal overdoses are up by about 24. Carjackings are up by 6. Behavioral health suicide threat calls for service are up dramatically. And that circles me back to our year-to-date homicides. A third of our homicides in Fairfax County, are sons, late teens, 20s, late 20s, sons killing their moms, killing their dads, and killing their sister on one occasion. So that's 1/3 of our homicides so far in Fairfax County.
On the crime, I really appreciate this discussion on where we are with crime here in Fairfax County, because I have heard and I've seen so many posts, so many points that crime is out of hand in Fairfax County, that we are in this desperate situation, and clearly the numbers don't prove that out. We're in the exact opposite situation. And I hope that people who are listening and can hear this. We have lower crime in Fairfax County than virtually any of our neighboring jurisdictions. So when we talk about Northern Virginia as a whole, the crime statistics for the region significantly different than the crime statistics here in Fairfax County. Things are going a lot better here than other places. So we want to make sure we don't conflate what's happening in the region with what's happening here in Fairfax County.
As I recall, April 6th, Chief Rohr stood before this committee and provided opening remarks and informed you that at that time we were 98 positions down. And this morning, or today, I can tell you that we are 144 positions down in the police department. What you'll see is a vacancy rate that continues to climb. As you're aware, we are currently reallocating police officers across patrol to close some of the operational gaps that have been created by our vacancies. But based on our projections, the police department will have to modify significantly the way that we deliver police services in our community within the next 10 to 12 months. In order to reverse this course, we must hire more police recruits, which means we have to compete aggressively in this market to attract every candidate who is considering a career in law enforcement. We will do this, but this won't be enough. We're going to have to nearly double the number of officers we hire every year to make a significant impact in vacancies, as shown here in the blue projection, if we doubled our recruitment. We must devote an equal amount of energy into slowing attrition. We have and will continue to find ways to improve morale and reduce resignations, but slowing our largest source of attrition, which is our normal retirements, will be our biggest challenge. In this current environment, if a police officer has 25 years of service and could retire tomorrow and collect a full pension, what could we possibly do to incentivize them to continue serving in our community for a few more years? If we find the answer to that question, I believe we're going to find our solution, and that is the true challenge, I think, that's before us today.
I'll be clear here to note that there's a common theme between all of them, that there are challenges with staffing and also with retention. of our employees here in public safety. So I want to note, just make this one point, which for those who are listening, this is not solely just here in Fairfax County. This is a regional and a national issue. So just so we're all clear on that. I do want to acknowledge that what you have said establishes the urgency by which we need to obviously act here. So I want to be clear in saying I acknowledge all the things that I've heard here in this presentation. I'm sure my colleagues are in the same place that I am. What I would ask is, the elephant in the room is around pay, and I think we clearly understand that. I'd be curious to know if each of you could tell me, what have you heard in terms of recommendations from your respective staff in terms of how we can address this issue?
If you're looking for specifics, I mean, I think there's a few different recommendations from groups that range, talk about the change in the O scale from the office, or from the rank of second lieutenant and below, including our APP,
Yep.
where there's multiple grade increases that could occur due to the decompressed ranks between the first lieutenant and second lieutenant. There is a room in the O scale to allow movement there, but that's the leading recommendation from most groups. Okay. Is up to 3 movements in the O scale.
So I will say, we are going to be diligent and we are committed to this issue. So I don't want anyone to leave thinking that we're not. This is important, and you will see results. Thank you.